Dear friends, we are welcoming you to follow our programs to this Alpha TV in Rwanda. My name is Alpha. Let us we give you the updates news from here in this our place. UN official echoes warning over risk factors for genocide crimes against humanity in DRC Congo. The United Nations Special Advisor on the Prevention of Genocide, Alice Wairimu Nderetu, has stressed that has Congolese government has the responsibility to protect the Tutsi and Banyamulenge communities who are targeted for their identity. In an exclusive interview with our Alpha TV in Rwanda, Nderetu, who was in Rwanda for the 30th commemoration of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, echoed her warning that there are risk factors for genocide and the war crimes and the crimes against humanity in eastern DRC Congo. And Nderetu's office has documented the violence in eastern DRC Congo, especially the prostitution of the Tutsi communities who are targeted by groups like the FDR, a Rwandan militian group linked to the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. The group was formed by remnants of the preparators of the 1994 genocide. The primary role of protection of any population belongs to the state. We must first ask the government of DRC its primary role of protecting its own population, because every government has that role. And this lady, she said like this for discussing about for this commemoration 13th time. In November 22, Nderetu said the violence against the Tutsi and the Banyamulenge was a warning sign in a region that had a history of genocide. She said, like, I ensured quite a number of statements in the run-up to the 2023 election in DRC, highlighting this consistent narrative against the people who are perceived to be of Tutsi descent. The Banyamulenge Nderetu told the Alpha TV in Rwanda and the many we have been there in that place. There is a consistent narrative of hate speech. We need to say very firmly that the colonial borders that created the DRC, that created Rwanda, found the people who are of Tutsi descent in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And all these attempts to expel them and to advance genocide ideology on them, and the genocide that already happened to the Tutsi in Rwanda, to advance it in DRC are completely unacceptable. And this Nderetu shares like that. Bernard Magna, in Belgian lawyer, has in the past condemned hate speech in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, and called on the international community to put aside on their interest and finance an effective justice system to deal with hate speech in the country to no avail. The hate ideology has been there for years, and it was amplified within the past months. But in reality, the issue is that there was never a process to completely eradicate such ideology, and we are seeing the consequences. Magna said, and in televised the show on the nation broadcaster on December 27th, 2023. 2022. The roots of the conflict, the persecution and the violence against Kinyarwanda speaking Tutsi communities, sometimes referred as Banyamulenge. This is just one of the Kinyarwanda speaking groups in a question, can be traced as far back as the early 1960 years ago, when the vast country gained independence. Instead of addressing the root causes of insecurity in eastern DR Congo, the United Nations Security Council preferred to focus on the consequences of the Rwandan genocidal militia's presence in eastern DR Congo. The nationality of communities which found themselves within the borders Congo after the 1885 Berlin Conference has been contentious. African leaders, including Tanzania's former president-elect Julius Nyerere and the South African former President Thabo Mbeki, have spoken out on the issue of the Congolese Tutsi communities. The President Mbeki says DR Congo should implement Sun City and the agreement and disarm FDLR genocidal forces. Nderetu, who has previously condemned the violence against the Kinyarwanda-speaking communities, said she had changed the wording to be more specific about who are targeted. Now, when I speak, I'm very specific. She noted, I say Banyamulenge, I say Tutsi of Congolese descent because the FDLR also speaking Kinyarwanda. I will try to be even more specific because the people who are targeted are not everybody who came from Rwanda. If anything, the FDLR is a part of those targeting these people, the Tutsi and the Banyamulenge in eastern DRC. Nderetu could not understand how the international community has not learned a lesson from the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi 3 decades after it was stopped. UN advisor on genocide prevention, we will keep Kwibuka flame burning outside Rwanda. For years, the Rwandan government has expressed its concerns about the collaboration on the FDLR and the Congolese government and the genocidal groups' integration into the Congolese armed forces. Nderetu said the Congolese government needed to stop giving sanctuary to people implicated in genocide against the Tutsi. The government of DRC needs to hold accountable and genocidal who escaped to DRC. They need to be held accountable for what they did, even if it was 30 years ago. This Nderetu says this because Rwanda raised concerns over DRC armed FDLR indigenous armed group. The UN official said her office would not ignore the people spreading genocide ideology and denialism in the region and beyond. They said, like, what I tell them is that we are watching you. You are not doing this in isolation. And for us to say that there is a commitment for a genocide never to happen again against the Tutsi to whom it was targeted, we are very serious. Our dear listeners, let us finish this our international breaks and news, and then we need to continue after this moment. Thank you for being for us in this our program.